Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Stamp With Me Tuesday. Tonight we are doing mystery stamping, case number 105. Can you believe it? Case number 105 already. I am Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and I am so excited to help you reconnect with your inner artist so that you can create beautiful handmade cards and gifts using stamps, ink, and paper. And that's what we're doing tonight with mystery stamping. Big shout out to everyone who is here. Everyone, so many comments already. People already here. Shannon is ready to stamp. Let me know if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments if you are watching live and if you are stamping along during mystery stamping tonight, if you are going to try this out. If you are watching the replay, special welcome to you as well. I hope that you're stamping along. Let me know in the comments. And I hope that you will join us next month, the second Tuesday of every month. We do mystery stampings. I hope you'll give it a try live next time. So if you don't know what mystery stamping is, let me try to just give a brief explanation. So you should have all seen clue number one. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull clue number one up on the screen for you so you can take a look at it. Here is clue number one. This is the supplies you need to make tonight's card, right? What I'm going to do in just a minute is we are going to move on, and I'm going to give you more clues on what to do to put your card together. Step by step, we're going to put this card together. So you might be thinking, well, where is the mystery in all of that? The mystery is that I am not going to show you my sample cards until the very end, which means that everybody is going to interpret these written clues. They're going to interpret them differently, and each card ends up being absolutely unique, which is what I find so, so cool about mystery stamping. So I hope you all are ready to jump in and get started. I hope we have some more people stamping along with me tonight besides just Shannon. So if you're stamping along, let me know. I'm going to move on to clue number two right now. So let's go ahead. I'm going to flip ahead to clue number two, see if I can read it. It's very, very small on my screen. So, all right, clue number two, fold the 4 1/4 inch by 11 inch cardstock in half to create the card base. All right, so go ahead and fold your big piece of cardstock in half to create your card base. When you are done with clue number two, type done with 2, and I am going to move on to clue number 3. All right, this is why I need to know who's playing along. So if you haven't already, let me know if you are stamping with me tonight. Let me know if you have finished clue number 2, and then we will move on to clue number 3. So Shannon is done with 2. Yay! Shannon's done with 2 as well. This is a pretty easy clue number 2, right? All right, I'm going to pump ahead to clue number 3. So, Melissa, you are stamping along too. Awesome. And Ellen is done as well. Awesome. All right, so clue number 3, you're going to start by tearing pattern paper A, which is your largest piece of pattern paper. You're going to tear it across the top. Then you are going to tear pattern paper B across the top, but more at an angle so that the right side or the left side is higher than the right side. And then pattern paper C, you're going to tear that one across the top at an angle too, so the right side is higher than the left side. Now let me give you a hint while you are tearing. When I tear pattern paper, I like to keep my fingers nice and close together. This is going to help you control where your tear is. All right, so if you want to tear straight, you can just tear straight right across there. If you want to tear at an angle, you might come down and tear at an angle. But again, you're just keeping your fingers nice and close together. So there's what we mean by tearing at an angle. You're keeping your fingers nice and close together, and that is going to help you keep control of your tearing. If you tear up, you're going to get that little bit of white edge that you see there. If you tear away from you, if you tear down, you're not going to get that white edge. It'll be on the other piece. Okay. So there you go. And that's really like personal preference, what you want to do. When you are done with clue number 3, go ahead and type done with 3, and we're going to move on to clue number 4. Michelle, you're too nervous. Oh no. Well, hopefully next time. So I do mystery stamping on the second Tuesday of every month. And so hopefully next month you will you'll feel brave enough to do mystery stamping with us. All right, Melissa is done with 2. We're going to give everyone just a few minutes to finish this one because I know it might take a minute to do all this tearing. So, yeah. Oh, I hope you all have been having a good week. If you are down in Texas, if you're on the coast, you're probably not even watching us because from what I've heard, most people don't have power or internet, or a lot of people don't have power or internet or cell service. But if you do and you're watching us, I hope that you made it through the storm okay. Always watch those storms. They're so destructive. So, all right, Janet is done with 3 as well. I'm going to wait for one more done with 3 before we move on to clue number 4. So, oh, there we go. Ellen is done with 3 as well. So we're going to go ahead and click ahead to clue number 4. Clue number 4, and I cannot read this. It is way too tiny, so I'm going to have to remember what it is. So, adhere pattern paper A to the bottom of cardstock A, the 5" by 3 3/4 inch piece. Okay. The bottom and the sides should be flush, so they should match up. The bottom and the sides of the pattern paper and the cardstock should match up. They should be even. Then adhere pattern paper B, that's the middle size piece, to pattern paper A so that the sides and bottom are flush. And then finally adhere pattern paper C, which is the smallest piece, to pattern paper B so that the sides and bottom are flush. So they're going to all overlap each other, or they're going to all stack up one on top of each other with the sides and the bottom all even. All right. When you are done with clue number 4, go ahead and type done with 4, and then we will move on to clue number 5. Shannon, it's 34 degrees Celsius there today. That is really, really hot. Oh my goodness. I think, I don't know, we were like 82, 83 today. That's even hotter than what I want, and it's humid. So we're supposed to be getting some flooding tonight, possibly. It's supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So, giving everyone some time to glue their pieces together for clue number 4. Today is July 9th. Can we believe? Hard to believe, right? It's already July 9th. Tomorrow is July 10th, which means that tomorrow is the deadline to register for the July paper pumpkin. You might be wondering, what is paper pumpkin? Because that is a really weird name. Yes, it is. So paper pumpkin is a subscription craft box. It comes every month. You can skip months, or you can just get 1 month, whatever you want to do. But it comes out every month. It's always kind of a surprise what's inside. They give you some clues, kind of like mystery stamping, but you don't know exactly what's being made. But it has all the supplies you need to make like a set of cards. Like a lot of times it's 8 or 9 cards. Sometimes it's little gifts or packages. I believe the July one is going to be cards. And it's a really, really fun thing to do. Just a great way to have an easy craft box that shows up in your mailbox that you don't know what it is. It's a surprise. I love surprises. So tomorrow is the deadline to register. You always have to register by the 10th of the month to get that month's paper pumpkin. So if you are wanting to do that, make sure that you pop over to the Paper Pumpkin website and get signed up, get registered. All right, Shannon is done. Waiting for a couple more done with 4s before we move on to clue number 5. All right, Ellen is done with number 4 as well. Melissa's done. All right, here we go. We are going to slide ahead to clue number 5. So clue number 5, cut a banner end in the white cardstock by cutting a slit in the center and then cutting from the corners to the end of that slit. And I'm going to show you what that is in just a minute. And then you are going to stamp a sentiment on it with that banner end at the bottom. So if you are wondering, what is a banner end? Actually, let me grab a piece of colored cardstock that's going to show up a little bit better. So you may be wondering, what is a banner end and what do you mean by this? So let me show you. What I like to do is you can cut a slit in the center. So just like that, you have a little teeny tiny slit. And then cut from the corner to the end of the slit. And do that on both sides. And there you get that banner end. All right, so that's what you're going to do with your piece of white or vanilla cardstock. When you are done with clue number 5, go ahead and type done with 5 And then we will move on to number 6. Hopefully my nails are not showing up too badly. Although now I'm like sitting here and showing them to you. I just did my nails before we went live, and I use nail strips. And if you've never used nail strips before, you're supposed to curl them over the edges, and then you're supposed to let them kind of like dry for a while, to cure for a while. Not so much dry because they're dry, but to kind of harden up for a while before you file them off. And I ran out of time, so I haven't done the filing yet. So the ends look a little bit goofy. So by tomorrow, it'll be better. Oh, dear. Dear, dear me. I'm a hot mess over here. It's hot and I'm a mess. Oh, all right. Let me see. What else do I need to tell y'all about? If you earned the July online card class, if you earned the card kit for that, those went out in the mail today. So they should arrive in the next few days. Those went out today. If you're wondering what that is all about, each month you have the opportunity to earn a free card kit for the next month's online card class. And just decided August, we are going to be using the Filled with Fun stamp set, which let me show that to you. That's right here. Here it is. It's the one with the little wagon. We're going to use the Filled with Fun stamp set in August. So if you order at least $75 in product through me, so that's before shipping and handling and tax. If you order at least $75 through me in July, I'm going to send you the card kit, not the stamps, but the card kit for the online card class at the beginning of August. August is going to be slightly delayed because I'm going to be on vacation, and so I had to push it further back in the month. It's going to be more the end of the month instead of the third Tuesday. But next week is our online card class. This month, we are using the Happiest Day stamp set. These cards are so cute. We make 3 cards every month. One of them is always a fun fold card. So even if you didn't earn it for free, you're always welcome to come and watch the live on YouTube or on Facebook to be able to see that. So, all right, Shannon is done with 5. We were waiting for a few more done with 5 before we move on to clue number 6. So that's going to be next week. Tuesday is going to be the July online card class, which I love online card class night. It's just so much fun because I get to make more projects. Normally, I just make 1 project with you, but during the online card class, we make 3. So that's really cool. If you earned that card class for free, or if you registered for the tutorials only, because I don't have a registration process anymore for getting the kit. But if you still want to get the tutorials, you can register to just get the tutorials. Those tutorials generally go out on the Sunday night before the card class. So just a couple days in advance. All right. Let me see. I'm not sure if Ellen was done with 5 or if Ellen was done with 4, but all right, Melissa is done with 5. Let's going to see if we get one more done with 5 before we move on to clue number 6. This card is coming together, hopefully. Hopefully it's coming together for you. I'm so excited to show you my cards. I think they're just so easy and sweet. So, all right, we're waiting. Janet's done with 5. All right, here we go. We're going to move on to clue number 6. So, clue number 6. Put dimensionals on the banner end of the white cardstock. So down here, put dimensionals on the banner end, and then put multi-purpose glue or snail up here at the top. Then adhere this piece of white or vanilla cardstock to your piece of Cardstock A. That's the 5" by 3 3/4 inch at the upper right side. It's going to be flush on the top. All right. When you are done with clue number 6, go ahead and type done with 6, and then we will move on to clue number 7. Joan, you don't need rain in Minnesota. The heat is coming your way. Yeah, I've heard we're getting heat after this too. This weekend is supposed to be hot. I am not a fan of hot. Hot and I don't jive. My husband and I were having this discussion last night because he was saying he saw a meme or something and it said, if you don't like 30-degree weather, if you always say that you'd rather have hot than cold, then this 100 degrees is for you, right? This is your time to step up. And he said, but 30 to 100, that's not a good comparison. It would be better if it was 0 or 100. So if you don't like 0 degrees, you should be happy with 100. Personally, I would rather have the 0 degrees, even though 0 is really cold and I would stay in my house. But I do not have a very good functioning air conditioner. I feel like the heater can keep my house warm, right? When it's 0 degrees out, my house is still warm enough. I wear a sweatshirt, it's warm. If it were 113 degrees at my house, my air conditioner would run constantly and the house would still be hot. So I'm not a fan. I feel bad for you, Victoria. So that just sounds horrible. 113. Oof. All right. We are waiting for some done with 6s before we move on to clue number 7. Let me see what else is coming up. I'm getting ready to work on the mystery craft boxes. So if you registered for the Christmas in July mystery craft box, those are getting sent out in a couple weeks. So I'm working on those right now. If you have not heard, the next Stampin' Cross Country online retreat is going to be September 27th and 28th. So mark that on your calendar. Set that weekend aside for the Stampin' Cross Country online retreat because it's always lots of fun. That is this big online retreat that I do. In the past, it's been with 3 of my friends, but we're actually adding a 4th person. So there's going to be 5 of us. So even more fun stuff coming up. All right, Melissa's done with 6. Ellen is done with 6. Janet's done with 6. We're going to go ahead and move on to clue number 7. All right, clue number 7, adhere cardstock A, the 5" by 3 3/4" cardstock to cardstock B. That's the other color. Then adhere cardstock B to the card front and embellish as desired. If you have done mystery stamping with me before, you know that the embellish as desired clue means that this is the end of the card. So hopefully you are all popping that together. I'm going to go ahead and start getting ready to share with you my cards. And before I do that, though, I want to remind you, if you made a card with me tonight, I really hope that you will come over after the event to my Facebook group, and I'm going to share a picture of a couple of my samples over there in the Facebook group. And I really hope that you will come and leave a photo in the comments of your card, because I think that's one of the biggest fun of mystery stamping is being able to see everybody's different cards and how it looks with different stamps, different papers, all that kind of good stuff. So hopefully you will come and do that and we can all ooh and ah over what you have made. All right. We're going to make my screens. We're going to flip up my screens just a little bit here. Let's see. Hello. Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. We'll get this all flipped around. All right. Here is my space. So here is the card. Exactly kind of as I described it. I love this. I did this with Coastal Cabana and Granny Apple Green. And then this is the Brights 6x6 Designer Series paper. The sentiment says, thinking of you, praying for you, hoping with you. This is from the, grab the name, the Comforting Thoughts stamp set. Now, I have totally overlooked the stamp set until this past, like a couple weeks ago. My husband needed a card, like for a situation that was just like, there's nothing good. Like, there's no good words for this. And I was looking and I was like, oh my gosh, this stamp set is amazing. It has all these great things. It literally has a stamp that says there is no good card for this. So I'm really excited. I'm going to make some more cards for this. I think maybe in August I'm going to do that. But this is like my new go-to thinking of you stamp set, I think. So that's what I used for this card. So there you go. All right, and then I'll show you card number 2, which is very similar to card number 1, but it's different colors. So this one I used more brights, but this one is Berry Burst and Pumpkin Pie and some Melon Mambo. And I used the Everyday Greetings. This is one of the new online exclusives that just came out. And this is the Greetings for the Season die set, which is another online exclusive that just came out. So I used that for my banner instead of cutting the banner. And there we go. Super fun. All right. Now the third card that I have to share does look a little bit different. It's not bright. It is soft and subtle. So this one I used basic beige, which I love this basic beige color. And I used the Country Lace Designer Series paper, so you can just see it there, with a little bit of petal pink. And then the stamp set is, I actually stamped a little bit on my cardstock before I put the paper on, and I used the Seaside Wishes stamp set. That is what I am planning to use Thursday. Haven't actually made the cards yet, but I'm planning to use that for our Thursday, my Thursday night live. So hopefully I'll have more ideas for that. And then that's where the sentiment came from too. So really sweet and easy. And I use some of these flat pearls, which I feel like I never use, but boy, are they gorgeous. So much fun. So there are my 3 cards. And if you didn't notice, and of course my catalog is not sitting here, but if you have the catalog, which I don't, this design is actually one of the templates that is on page 22 of the annual catalog. So I stole it right from there. I did add a little bit because theirs was just kind of one layer with the strips across the bottom. And I was like, oh, I gotta add some more layers because I love layers. So I added some more layers to that, but that is basically directly right from the catalog. So there you go. I will be sending out the downloadable, the printable project sheet for this sketch, with the sketch and all the dimensions that we use for tonight's mystery stamping. That is going to go out in my email tomorrow morning. So make sure you're on my email list. I send each of those project sheets out for 2 weeks, and then they're gone. So make sure you're on my email list so that you can get that and get that sketch and keep those in your design notebook. Let's say that. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope to see you again on Thursday. Like I said, I'm hoping to use the Seaside Wishes stamp set. And I hope you have a fabulous couple days. I will see you in a couple days. See you then.